for the next topic, let's talk about the 4.0 scale. Okay, how does a 4.0 scale work? So just like in my country, when you graduate out of say high school or 10th grade, we have something called school level certificate exam, which is graded as first division, second division, and third division. So there is certain score and above is first division, 60% and above is first division, say for example. I think that's the case. Anyways, so in the US, the way that is measured is using a scale of 0 to 4.0. Okay, so and it's called GPA, which is grade point average. Grade point average. So if you have not watched my video on credit system in the United States, at least that's how it works here. I assume there are several countries that follow this. Please follow the link above and you watch that video, so it will make it so much easier to understand what I'm going to be talking next here. But a 4.0 scale is basically like, say if you again go back to the example that I was using on the other video, like say you take psychology 101, right, and it's a 3 credit class, meaning it meets 3 times a week or 3 hours for a given week. It doesn't even have to be 3 times a week, but it meets 3 hours a week. For any given week, it meets 3 hours. So for all of your exam or your assignment, however the teacher decides to build your syllabus, and how he decides to create a rubric, is the word you will hear used, rubric for grading. However that is designed, chances are what will happen is for that given class there will be something that is along the lines of A, B, C, D, and F, right? So F is failed and A, B, C, D is the grade. And then there's also something called W, by the way, which is withdrawal. Okay, withdraw. This is fail, and you don't want to fail. Okay, bad. Withdraw. Okay, so let me start with withdraw. Say you started taking a class, and then there is a certain time before which you can officially withdraw from the class without being graded. So you won't get a the grade point average. You won't get a grade for that class. It will actually show up. That was true for my university, but I don't know. Like I assume that it's true for most universities, where you will end up with a W in your transcript. But really you don't get graded, which could be a good thing if and these are places like, say you were doing really well with other classes, but one particular class seems to be you're having trouble with it, or maybe you're not so much fond of the professor, right? That could be one of the things. If that is the case, you may want to drop it, and then you may end up taking some other class, and there is a window within which you can do that. You can't do that like 2 weeks before your final exams or end of semester. You can't do that. By that time it's too late. But there is a certain window within which you can withdraw from that class without hampering your grade. But say if you were to take that class all the way through, chances are the professor will say there's A, B, C, or D. In some cases you will say A plus A, A minus, B plus B, B minus, and so on. Okay, so it is possible that you could have A plus, A minus, and then so on. Like that breakdown could be done that way as well. What that means is, for that class, in order to get A, it could, again, I think it is 90 to 100 is A, 89 to 90, or sorry, 80 to 89 is B. I think that's how it may be. It may be 91 to 100. It may be 91 to 100 is A, and then 81 to 90 is B. But anyways, so you see what I'm talking about. So in order to get A for that psychology 101 class that meets 3 times a week, there are a set of assignments that the teacher will give you. There are a set of exams that will happen for the class. There might be a set of pop quizzes that will happen in the class. All that the teacher will have already told you. The assignments are going to be worth 20 points for the total semester, or the actual exams will be worth 40 points, and then class participation is 10 points. So there will be some level of breakdown where you would have to make sure that you score consistently, between 90 to 100 for each of those activities, or each of those categories of activities, to fall into that category where you do end up getting a 4.0 for that class. Okay, if you get, like, say if this class only had A, B, and C and D as a scale, and F of course, and it did not do that breakdown, then so long as you are within that range at the end of your semester, so long as your score is within 90 to 100 or 91 to 100, you end up getting 4.0 for that class. Okay, which is a good thing. If you end up getting the next best, which maybe 80 to 89, you get a B for that class, and B would probably be 3.0 or something along those lines, right? Okay, so A is 4.0 and B may be 3.0. Mathematically calculating, it may be 3.0, and so on. Okay, if that is the case, now what is A plus, A, and A minus? This is further breakdown of this same range. So A plus might be, like, say I have it kind of written down here, so 97 to 100 might be A plus, A might be 94 to 96, and so on. Okay, but if that is the case, if for your class at the end of the semester, if you actually got, say, 95, you are not going to be getting 4.0. You are not going to be getting that. You are actually going to be getting 3.8 or something like that. Okay, this is important. Now remember, I've been talking in some of my videos about cultural shock and all of that. While you're going through all of these experiences, weird in its own way or strange in its own behavior, but learning a lot, exciting at the same time, but then you also have classes to maintain your grades on. And for you, for in the given moment, getting a 3.8 may not seem as bad, right? As a matter of fact, it could be really good, right? Then getting a 3.0 or worse, right? 2.7 or something like that. So 3.8 may be really, really good. But if you are a student that would love to graduate with a 4.0 GPA at the end of it all, and there are students that do that. If you wanted to graduate with a 4.0, at the end of your graduation, by the end of your graduation, mind you, if you have scored less than 4.0 at any given course of your studies, you are not going to be able to hit 4.0, meaning every single class is equally important for you to get a 4.0 GPA or maintain that 4.0 GPA. Now, if I'm saying this, if there are a few of you that are truly hoping that you graduate with a perfect 4.0, which is truly hard but not impossible. And I share this because some of you might be in this spot where everything is so overwhelming that you lose sight of education for a brief moment of time, and it's healthy for you because you don't want to completely focus on studies while you're also trying to recover from this cultural shock that you have. But if you flunk your grades so bad, mind you that it will impact what your grade point average is going to look like towards the end of your graduation time. Okay, so there is that short-sighted versus long-sighted, right? Or far-sighted. Not long-sighted, far-sighted. So short-sighted, yeah, if you think long-term and you think I don't want my current situation to to define what my grade is going to look like 4 years from now. So I better, check out of this whatever thing is happening personally to me. I better keep that separate from my studies, and make sure that I get 4.0 GPA for each of my classes that I'm taking for the semester. Then if you do that semester after semester, by the end of 4 years, when you graduate, you have a 4.0 GPA. If you fumbled, or if you screwed up your grade over the course of that lifetime of your undergraduate degree even once, you don't have a perfect 4.0 GPA. I highlight that because, again, some of you might be those that really want to graduate with a 4.0 GPA, and I want you to take this video as a way to learn that 4.0 GPA, a perfect 4.0 GPA is possible, but you have to watch out right from the start line. Okay, so if you lose sight of the end, when you're at the start, then chances are you will miss that, and once you will miss that opportunity, and once you miss that opportunity once, there's no coming back. Unfortunately, there's no coming back and hitting a perfect 4.0. If, again, that is your intention, or if that is what you want. Okay, all right. If you have any questions, please comment below. I know I'm not able to respond in a short video all the questions that you may have brewing in your mind, but if you do have questions, please comment below, and I'm happy to respond to your question, or someone else that knows better will respond to your question. And if you like the sort of video that is being produced here, please let me know by commenting below, or giving me a thumbs up, or sharing the video, and hit that bell button, please. Subscribe and hit that bell button, please, because I want you to be notified when I post videos like this. So I know you guys are taking a leap of faith here by trying to go to a new country, and good luck to you. I've been there, done that. So I wish you all the best. But in the meantime, please take care of yourself. Please stay healthy and safe, and we will see you in the next video.